right, I'm a teacher surrounded by preachers, and I get a chance to talk about relationships. There's a lot of different relationships. We have a relationship with God, don't we? We got marriages, we got parents, we've got children, we've got siblings, we've got neighbors. Every hour of my week is spent talking to people about relationships, and so I wanted to share a nugget with you guys that you can take home. I want to talk about trust. Trust is the foundation of a good relationship, isn't it? But there's a problem. There's a male definition of trust and a female. So men, what is trust? Trust is, I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. If I say I'm at Ace Hardware, that's exactly where I am. You can count on me. And that's about as far as it goes, okay? Now, women are just a little more complicated than that, just a little. Listen up, guys. Here's the female definition of trust, okay? It is that I know that man like the back of my hand. I could finish his sentences. I know what he experienced today. I know his heart. I know his spirit. I know him because he's open with me. That's the first half of it. The second half of it is really close, and that is that I feel comfortable in his space expressing what I think and what I want and how I feel. And he doesn't try to make me calm down. He doesn't try to make me feel something different than what I feel. And it's okay for me to talk about what I want because he makes the safe place. Do I have it right, women? All right, all right. So I want to tell you a story. This happened just earlier this week. There's a couple that I was working with on this particular day, and the husband just happened to be what you call a strong silent type. And so they had all kinds of problems because the wife wants security from knowing his heart. And this guy just never talks. And so I started talking to him, just me and him. And I said, imagine that you go to the side of your house where your hose is, and you turn on that faucet, and then the hose, as it's sitting there, it tightens up, doesn't it? It tightens up because it's got a nozzle on the end. Now walk out into your grass, okay? And take a pocket knife out and cut the nozzle off. And what happens to the hose? It relaxes, okay? It's a little metaphor for talking about being emotionally constipated. Some of us are walking around, we're really stiff because we got all this stuff backed up. Why? Because this thing is a filter. It's a filter that restricts what is in your soul. And so I gave him the example of that, and I just started talking, and just every thought that came to my mind, it did not matter what it was, it just came out, just an automatic flow. And they kind of got accustomed to the idea. And then I got him to do it. And I said, don't think, don't filter, don't plan, don't worry about what anybody else thinks or how to manipulate their response. Just open that mouth and talk. And he did. And he did. And he went on for about 5 minutes, and then his wife is just like, I got to get in on this. And so she started, and boy, it went for a while. But I mean, just everything was out. Everything was out. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And then we reached the 10-minute mark, and I said, it's time to pray. And I said, sir, pray with your wife. And he became like that garden hose. He just tightened up again. And he says, I've never prayed with her before. I've never prayed out loud before. And I said, well, you do now. And I said, forget all the formality, forget the mantra that you start with your praying. Dear Lord, thank you for this day, or however you begin, you know. Just open your soul. And he did. And let me tell you, his wife was weeping, because she got to see his soul. Trust. You can trust somebody that you know. You can trust somebody that you're experiencing. What does God want from us? Trust. Will you just trust me? What do I have to do? How many times do I have to die on the cross before you believe that I love you? That's his message. He just wants to be believed. So cut your nozzle off. Don't be constipated in this place. Open your heart and pray. Pastor